Why do I have to Google things? So, I know I've been totally MIA, missing in action lately, and it's because I have no action. My energy is in the gutter, and I actually took forever and kind of got dressed today, but then stopped midway, but feel like I'm trying. Anyhow, I have had so many things happen since we moved to Arizona. We're here, we've arrived safely, I'm loving it. So many things, it is hard to even comprehend right now. I'm just going to tell you what is really on my mind beyond everything else. I got partial results from my bone marrow biopsy, and I mean, it's just the initial thing, simple, whatever, and everything looked amazing. I'm like seeing normal everywhere. I'm like, yeah, buddy, normal in so many ways. And then, as I am so congratulating myself on the normal and how awesome things are, my JAK2 is even down in the percentage. I mean, just like all these amazing things, right? I'm like, oh, I'm so blessed, I'm so lucky. And then I read one, and it's like lymphoids. There's an aggregate of lymphoids. I'm going to put it, I'm putting stuff up here so you can read it. And I'm like, okay, well, it says benign looking, so let me check that out because that's kind of exciting. Benign, right? Benign doesn't matter in this one. I don't know what it means. And I'm just in that mid thing of when you're Googling things, but you're just waiting for the results really before you whatever. All in all, it doesn't change how I feel other than fear, which I've had forever because I know something's weird going on. But this scared the living crap out of me. So I Google it, right? And it's like, this is uncommon. It is in like 1 to 2% of all bone marrow biopsies. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Okay. So I click on an article, one random article, and you're reading it and you're like, okay, this is kind of confusing. I don't get it. They can't tell between B and T cells and this and that, and they have to research more. It's not very common. And then you read down and it says, I'm going to crack up because it's just like, what the bleep? You read down and it says, seen in 1 to 2% of bone marrow biopsies. And you're like, okay, that's crazy, but I hope it's good or whatever. And then it says, mainly found in autopsies. And I'm like, what now? Excuse me now, what? And I'm like scrolling up like, who is this person who wrote this rubbish? And then I'm like scrolling around like panicking. And then I looked up autopsies. Don't look up autopsies. That was the craziest thing I could have did. I was like, okay, so could have done, I can't speak. I look up and it says, and I'm like, well, what do they do in an autopsy? I didn't know they did bone marrow. Like, this is crazy. So I Google it. Don't Google autopsy. It's disgusting. And, like, whatever. So in my panic, I'll let you know what I did find they find in autopsies. They don't usually look at the bone marrow. So it's not even, like, common to look in bone marrow. So it was just too much. I did not continue researching. I found a few articles on it, and it's still freaking me out, but I'm waiting semi-patiently. I'm freaking out to you guys, really, for the rest of the information to come back, just see how it all goes. And then another thing is, I just reminded myself, there was a joke a long time ago. I'm going to find this comic. It's like a cartoon, and the guy's at the doctor's office, and the guy looks at him and he's like, yeah, I don't really know what you have. It looks like we're just going to have to wait for the autopsy. And I'm like, ugh. I used to think of that joke. Like, that's how I felt in my old doctor, because she was horrible, except for not the other one. Just one, okay? So again, just the one doctor was horrendous. Anyway, and everyone else has been super awesome. We're just going with the awesomeness. Anywho, not a funny joke so much right now. It's just, and I when I get nervous or upset and I'm so swollen, I feel like dog crap. I have slept so much lately. I know my eyes are glossy. I don't know what's wrong with me other than I'm so thoroughly exhausted. I go to my friend's house and we're supposed to be doing puzzling, and I'm just staring at it like I'm trying, but I'm like a zombie. So things have to get better. That's all I know. They have to. And that was my absolute freak out crappity poo. add some articles under here for you, but that's just one thing. That's honestly what's panicking me. I have a lot of check-ins to do, so many things. This is the first time in I don't know how long that I've had enough energy. So even if I don't have energy, I wish you energy, health. Take care of your health. Appreciate every moment. Happiness. Be human, make mistakes, live your life, do what you gotta do. Don't fit in with the Joneses. It's extremely boring. Oh, excruciating. Do everything fun and enjoy your life. And if you're like me, just do crafts and chill. Okay. Sending you all love and happiness. I'm not kidding. Life is short. Take care.